Hey guys, I'm the Gamry Cat, and welcome back to an ongoing series. Item Terraria versus, or a Science of Terraria, or some kind of name. I'm still trying to figure it out. I think this is episode 6 or 7. Pretty sure 6, question mark? Well, in this one I was going to test hammers, wooden hammers, to be more specific. And the wooden hammer might be the weakest item in the entire game outside the flare gun. The flare gun is what I have my money on being the worst, but maybe the wooden hammer will surprise us here today. So here's what the stats look like. Wooden hammer only 2. It is 2 base damage and you can't even increase it. Every other item in the game is increased by the solar armor's massive bonuses, like 22% increased melee damage. That's nothing. And then I got a couple menacing things in here. I got this one. And that's it. That's right, I forgot to unequip the items I equip whenever I'm farming. So I have to fix this. And wait for daytime as well, which is in 30 seconds. So I didn't intend for that, but really good timing. So let's check this quickly. So we got 2 base damage. This is an item so weak. Where'd it go? This is an item so... Wait, 3 damage. What was a huh? Oh, am I gonna have to fix this? Oh, I was writing it down shit based on improper things. So 3. I actually, never mind. The warding things are enough to push it to 3 apparently. I was going to say that it's actually so weak that you can't even increase it with anything, but I managed to get it to 3, guys. I got it all the way to 3. I increased its damage by 50%. I'm amazing. 13 for those. Oh, they're partying. It wasn't that impressive, guys. Come on. What do you guys tell yourself? They're celebrating the fact that I added 1 damage to like the worst item in the game. The flare gun will have no such luck because its 2 damage is unspecific. There's no way to increase that. So let's just check the DPS here. I guess I didn't show the rest of this. The stats are not that interesting other than what you'd expect. Hammers have a lot of knockback. 1 below Meowmere and 1 above the Night's Edge. I thought that was pretty cool. 1 above the Frostbrand. I forgot what it was called. And this, in terms of size, it's actually interesting. The regular wooden hammer, palm, mahogany, and what was the other one? Boreal wood. They all have the same size. But all the hammers in the game, they all have bigger hitboxes. The first 4 have 6 more pixels of hitbox than what you'd expect. Then, what are the next 2? Ebonwood and Shadewood have 4, and the Pearlwood one has 5 disjointed hitbox. It's really interesting how more items are having disjointed hitboxes. I didn't even, like, last episode I mentioned I didn't even think this was possible, or like a thing I was even thinking about. We got... In terms of size, they get a little bigger. Then we got the biggest one. It's the same size as the sickle, which in the last episode I thought that the sickle was better than the staff of regrowth, but I looked at it again. It actually gets destroyed because of how small it is. The staff of regrowth is better at handling. Look how much more damage it does. It does 25 more damage consistently to more than 1 target, and only 1 target. It's only doing about, what is that, 10 more? Less than 10 most of the time. It's like 8. And the sickle has the worst knockback in the entire game as far as I know. I haven't seen something like the mini shark literally has 0, so that's gonna beat it, but it's definitely worse than the staff of regrowth's 3, and I think even the swing speed is worse. No, it's a little better, but it does less damage and is smaller, and it has horrible knockback. So it's just the damage of the thing on a single target is the only reason you'd ever use it, and it only does 8 more, which might matter early game, which is when you get it. So there's that. In terms of damage, it's pretty up in the air which one is better. Until you get to multiple targets, then it's usually better to use staff regrowth. But the reason it's actually above it handedly instead of just a close battle is because the staff regrowth is obviously it can plant grass on dirt blocks and Sorry for getting distracted. I just wanted to point that out because this series might have specific items in the title, but really this is a macro series. It's meant to find the best item in the game in terms of damage, so I might cover things that I change or add. So in terms of hammers, what other things are interesting? I think the wooden hammer is definitely the slowest. It's even slower than the spear by a good amount. And then we got... Oh, I didn't close these brackets, lol. I'm an idiot, derp. Close those. The Pearlwood hammer is so much better than everything else. It's basically better in every way. It's like a stats upgrade. They're all white. Obviously they don't shoot projectiles. And they, still don't shoot projectiles. Debuffs, they don't inflict debuffs. Hammer power. Finally we get to use this stat. 25% to 45% depending on which one you use. 5% better than these two, and you get it in hard mode. That's funny. And wooden hammer, the weakest one, has -1 range on it, which is garbage. Mining speed, 25 through 19. And this is interesting. For combat, agile is the best. I used light in the video, or I'm using light in the video because I don't want more crit chance, making it more ambiguous the damage this thing could possibly do. And in wood, finally get to use the crafting thing, workbench, drop from nobody, and 10 copper for all of them. It's kind of a rip-off, but I guess they don't want you turning wood into money. And then I moved buy and sell right next to sold by because the merchant sells the sickle in the last video, so I needed to add that. But that's really the only thing I changed with this. I just moved these over, so it's buy, sold by, which is the new thing. I guess I could have put this over here and not had to move it and fix everything, but I'm not a smart man. So DPS, let's finally get to DPS. This is going to be a long video, I guess. Light wood hammer. It's daytime. Let's test her out. How much does this guy do? 3, 6, 9, 10, 9, 8. They have auto swing, which is great. All of the hammers, they all have auto swing, but it's just 7. It's just, it's 7. It's not changing. It's just 7. Everything I've tested before has like ranged a bit, but this is just 7. It's not changing. It's actually just 7. That's crazy. It's just 7. Alright. That's pretty funny. Boreal wood. And in terms of use time, they're all the same, right? They all have the same damage, the same use time. Where is use time? Where is use time? There. Yeah, these are all the same, so we only really need to test one of them to know what all three are capable of. They have the same hitbox, same knockback, same use time, same damage. This and palmwood and rich mahogany, they all have the same, so let's test all three of these. What do we got? 25, 22, 21, 20, 21, 20. Is it gonna go up? They're just gonna stay 20. 21, 20, 21, 20, 21. Oh, it's a battle for dominance. Oh, 19. They're losing. Oh, 21. Can we get 18 or 22? I'm a betting man. Woman, whatever I am. I don't know. What's your opinions on gender, by the way? I don't really know. I have the opinion that it's like... it's Boolean. There's obviously only 2. But you can also, like, think whatever you want because that's the nature of humans. We just kind of make shit up. So I'm thinking 19 to 21. And that's going to be for all three of these. 19 to 21. Heavenwood. Now these other two, these are the exact same. May as well test either. How we doing? We're up 50. A lot higher. 41, 40, 41, 40, 39. 41 again. 39. Can we get 42 or 38? There's not much variance on these. 37! 37! 37? Or 39. 37 to 41, is that... I'm thinking we can get a 42 in here. Or maybe a 36! Oh, I was getting excited there. Come on! Ah, I'm gonna say it. 36 to 42. It is possible. If we wanted to sit here all day, we could definitely get a 42 and or a 36. So now we get to that last one, Mr. Big Boy Hammer, the biggest hammer of all. How does it compare to other things in terms of size? 55. No, not hitbox. 50. I guess I could just look at hitbox because it's the same thing as like the actual size of the weapon. It's the same size as whatever this one is. What's 12? It's the same size as the bone pickaxe. What? Alright, that's weird. How much damage does this do? 67, 58, 53, 52, 51, 52, 51, 52, 53, 51, 50, 50, 49, 49, 48, 48 to 52. We get a 47 or a 53. We can get a 47. 53, 53? Come on. You can do it. 52. It's trying. It's trying so hard. I'll give it to it. Yeah, what was the low one? I don't remember the low end. What was the low end? I think it was like 50, 46 or something, or 48. I just want to see, like, yeah, 46, 46, I remember. 46 to 53. The 7 on the bottom is so random. Look at that 7. That depressing 7. Oh, it's so bad. So sad looking. Okay, hammers should be able to reach 2, but I don't know if they can reach to the 3rd dummy on the 3 dummy test. So we're standing in the spot. Let's go back to Mr. Wooden Hammer. We might need... all these other ones have size increases. So that's why this one is the smallest, because... wait, they don't actually increase in size with... that's bullshit! The other ones have large modifiers on them that increase the size, but they're the same size. What? Am I an idiot? I tested this for like a while, like a half hour, getting each one of these, the frame when it's like lengthwise, so I can measure it. I guess the wooden hammer is just slightly big, I don't know. Let's see. How are we doing against 2? Does it just give me 1 value again? I don't think so. 15, 16, 15. Battle for dominant, 14. 14 to 16. About 15, yeah. 16. I wish I could see what the 5 is switching to. It's definitely a 4, but it's early enough for the day, and I'm dumb enough an individual to think that it could be a 13. But I'm just gonna say 14 to 16 for that, and I'm lost. 2, or against 3, I guess. 14 to 16. Finally, we have a spread of values, not just a single 7. Oh, it's so funny to me still. Royale Hammer, how you doing, bud? 46, 42, 39, 44, 38, 38 to 44. Stick around, 42, 38 again, 43, 43. Let's say 37 to 44. Just give all these items the benefit of the doubt. 37 to 44. And I can do that for all of these because they're the same exact hammer but recolored to give the illusion of more items to collect. Next we get the corruption versions. How you doing? Oh, we almost broke 100. Pretty good hammers for battle, I guess. Just go to the corruption or the crimson and make a hammer and you have something better than like 10 times better than the wooden hammer. So it's about 80. I saw 72. 83, I think. That's what I saw. 72 to 83. 72 again. 71. I'm gonna say 70 to 83 unless it does some crazy shit. I'll say 84. Because, yeah, there's 82. It's hitting 82 a lot. There's 83. 83. 84 is definitely possible. We'll say 72 to 83. Both of these. Remember to do it for both. We got Mr. Big Papa Hammer. How you doing? This fine day. Oh, I saw 116 for a bit. 107. It's going between 107, 103, and I saw 111. 102, 101, 99. 99 and 111. Anything higher or lower? No, just gonna consistently hang out in the hundreds. 99 again, 99. It's barely staying at 99. I think I saw 97. It was really hard to see, but I think I saw 97. It's really hard for it to get all the way back up there, but I would just say 98 to 111. I don't think, well, because it was having a hard time even getting back to 110. I don't think 112 is very consistent enough. So 97 to 111. And it definitely, none of these have hit the third one, I think. Yeah, that's the biggest one, and it doesn't hit the third one. So we can copy this. Control C, Control V, Control V, Control V for all the other tests. 5, 10, and 20, because it can only reach the first two. So we have our final results. How do these rank versus other items in the game? Well, in terms of single target DPS, this is the worst fucking thing I've seen. 7. Oh, I'm never gonna get over that, am I? 7. Then 19 to 21, these are pretty bad, and then these are closing in on the sickle. No, staff of regrowth. The sickle's pretty good. The sickle beats all the hammers, single target. Staff of regrowth beats everything except for the pearlwood hammer. So the pearlwood hammer might raise up, but let's see. How does 1v3 go? 14 to 16. That's so funny. How much worse is the wooden hammer than Meowmere? 7,200 divided by 14. It's 514 times worse than Meowmere. That's so bad. So we got up to 97 to 111. That's worse than the sickle, actually. Better. It's barely better than the staff of regrowth single target, the pearlwood hammer, I mean. But then it doesn't even get close on multiple enemies. It's pretty bad at multiple enemies. The staff of regrowth being able to get more herbs from harvesting plants and growing grass on blocks. It beat the sickle, which is much closer. And this is actually able to mine walls instead of hay, which is more useful. So if the damage was the same as the sickle, I'd still put it between the sickle and the staff because the staff is just so much more useful. But that damage is not good. 97 to 111 is just... It's so bad. It's so much worse than the sickle, and a slight amount worse than the sickle in the other regard. So I can't really give it... This is already accurate. I don't even need to move anything. 13 through 19, they're the hammers. They're all terrible. 7. They're all so bad they can't even get close to the sickle, which is meant to harvest hay, not enemy units. Although the staff of regrowth is especially terrible at single target damage. It even gets beat by the fucking pearlwood hammer, but then again, there is an argument somewhere that the pearlwood hammer is something you get in hard mode, being beaten by something you get in the jungle previously, really speaks to how garbage the pearlwood hammer is. The thing sells for 10 copper, has 45% hammer power, and is like the same size as the bone pickaxe. Don't use these for combat, is essentially what I'm learning here. So that's the whole video. We have an answer. Currently, the wooden hammer is the worst. I kind of want to do one for short swords next. Maybe we'll find out, are the short swords, the thing everyone thinks are so shit, are they worse than the hammers? Well, let's find out, Well, we're gonna find out. Okay. I'm excited. Let's do it. So that's gonna be the next video. For now, thank you for watching. Subscribe if you really like these videos, these versus videos. Come up with better names for the series than me, because Terraria item versus, maybe that's good. Terraria, Science of Terraria sounds good, but I think it's too good for the series and not as fitting. So maybe, I don't know. I'm just gonna keep calling it Terraria item versus for now. If you think of a better name, let me know in the comments. Subscribe if you want to see more. And I'll see you in the next video. Have a good night.